If you're a gamer who cares about your audio experience, there's a very high chance that you've dipped your toes into the audiophile realms and discovered many things that can enhance your audio experience. And in that process, you probably found things with like little light bulb things sticking out of it. This is a tube amp. Well, this one in particular is a hybrid tube amp, and honestly, it's pretty cool. And for some of us, it might be great for your gaming experience. Let's talk about it. Now, before I start, I should note this was sent out to me by Apos Audio, but this won't affect my review in any way, shape, or form. That being said, let's get started.
On hand today is the xDuoo MT-604, and inside the box we're going to get the tube amp itself, some cables for power, and paperwork. Up close, the amp itself feels very solid with its mostly metal construction, with the metal casing and the metal volume knobs, each knob controlling either the left or right audio channels. Up top are the glass tubes that the amp uses for more power, but there's also a solid state section on the inside of it as well, making it a hybrid tube amp, not a full-on tube amp. As for inputs and outputs, there are two balanced 4.4mm jacks for in and out, as well as a 4-pin XLR out jack. Meanwhile, on the back are the left and right 3-pin XLR inputs, as well as the power jack and power switch. As for the bottom, there are 4 rubber feet for stability. Now with the amp set up, it looks quite neat above my audio interface. Now what's even more neat is turning it on, as the tubes will actually light up, and it's through these tubes as well as the solid state amp parts inside that the amp will be able to amplify and adjust the sound signal.
Now with the nature of tube amps, you can expect a greater expansion of sound, a larger sound stage, as well as more warmth in your sound, so more bassiness and whatnot. But this is a hybrid tube amp. Because of that, you're not going to get the same amount of like added warmth to your sound, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Some headphones are already very warm sounding, so if you add like a regular tube amp to it, that warmth is going to get a bit much for some people. It's going to be a bit too much bass. It's not going to sound all that great. And I think with a hybrid, it's a good compromise because you do get some warmth, but not too much. But the solid state section also adds the benefit of added clarity and sound separation.
And in games, the effect of the hybrid tube amp was very noticeable. The expansion of the soundstage and the added warmth and bass was definitely there, giving more life to the environment of the game. The sound separation and imaging greatly benefited from the expanded soundstage, allowing for better distance judgment and pinpointing of enemies. And the overall better clarity also gave me a cleaner and crisper sound that also helped in sound tracking. I should note that your mileage will vary depending on your headphones. For example, with my Moondrop Aria IEMs, which are in-ears, they got a lot more of that increased like warmth and clarity, but a lot less of that increased soundstage and sound separation, and this is due to the nature of the IEMs themselves. While I still do get an expanded soundstage and in tandem better sound separation, it's nowhere nearly as much as on my full-size headphones, which are the Audio Quest Night Owls, where my soundstage was very much noticeably larger and my sound separation was also noticeably greater. And of course, I also get the other benefits of the amp that I mentioned earlier. Through my headphones, I was given an overall more enjoyable gaming experience across all games, as the sound was just so much more vast and full of life. For me, the amp made my headphones more enjoyable in the games where I like to just take in the world and the atmosphere and just enjoy the game, whereas on my IEMs, it made me a better player tracking hunter and scout for my team. But like I said before, depending on your headphones, your mileage will vary.
For most people out there who are more gamer than they are audiophile, I honestly do think that this like hybrid tube amp is the way to go for you guys, because this essentially improves everything a gamer wants to have improved in their sound. Now there is one major downside to this amp, and it comes down to the ports. It's more audiophile friendly than it is gamer friendly. You see on the back, if you want inputs, they are XLR jacks. And for the front, if you want to listen to it by plugging your headphones in, you gotta plug in with a 4-pin XLR jack or a 4.4mm jack. Not a 3.5, which is the one that most people have, but a 4.4. So you're either gonna need an adapter for them or a cable. And they also have to be balanced cables, so you don't get like sound distortion, essentially. Like, you can use unbalanced cables for them, which is your more standard cable, but typically if you want that full sound quality without any like, you know, sound interferences or whatnot, you're gonna need a balanced cable. That being said, Apos actually does make custom cables, and you know, I have one lying around somewhere. All right, here it is. This is Apos's Flow custom cable, which I had done custom made for, well, you know, my headphones. And it's a very high quality cable that feels really durable, honestly, and it's made from nice high quality materials for, you know, just essentially better audio quality, they say, as it uses more conductive metals and whatnot and stuff. I'll get more into that in like a separate video for this cable, but honestly, it's a very good cable. You can have it made to your needs for your end-ring jacks and whatnot to fit your headphones. I had it made with a 1/4-inch jack because that's my primary cable choice that I use for the jacks I'm using currently, like on my audio interface over there. And you know, because I use these Audio Quest Night Owl headphones, which are discontinued, and that's, you know, that's beside the point, I had the cables with like little 2.5mm jacks for left and right made. And if you use a different type of jack, then they might honestly also have it. Just give them just ask them. Only major downside to this cable is that it's a custom cable, and with custom cables, you get custom cable prices, which honestly really hurt. Talk more about that in the video, but you know, the ballpark is definitely above 100. Anyway, back on the amp, if you're down to deal with this whole cable situation, then the MT-604 is a great choice if you're a gamer, and well, honestly, even if you're an audiophile who's more into like that tube sound, but don't want too much of the tube sound. That being said, if you do want to buy this amplifier, I'll have a link in the description. It is an affiliate link, so if you buy from that link, I'll get a slight kickback, which will help run that channel, well, this channel over here. And, you know, that being said, it's pretty much all I have today. So, if you like this video, do leave me a like. It'll help me out in this whole YouTube algorithm. Subscribe for more content. Hit that notification bell if you want to see more content. Also, follow me on Twitch to see me live playing games, doing badly, and link in description if you want to see my Twitch. That being said, see you guys next time. I would hit the camera with this, but these are tubes. They're gonna shatter. It's gonna do real light.